one single Magic the Gathering card recently sold for $2.6 million. The question is why? Guys, this is a big day for me. After 5 years working at theScore esports, I finally get to make a video about my favorite game. A game that I've spent years of my life traveling all over North America to play, Magic the Gathering. The reason? Well, rapper Post Malone recently purchased a single Magic card for $2.6 million right in my backyard, Whitby, Ontario, Canada. And I'm sure you've already seen that headline. In fact, you may have seen it right here on this YouTube channel.
Remember that one Magic card that everyone really wanted? Well, this dude found it. At its height, offers to buy the one-of-a-kind One Ring card reached over $2 million. So when Burke, the lucky guy who actually found it, finally got it authenticated, he sold it to Post Malone.
The question is, how could a single card cost that much money? Well, let's get nerdy. During the pandemic, collectibles absolutely exploded in popularity and in price. People were inside, they had a bit more money to spend, not commuting to work every day, and a whole lot more time to spend being obsessed with their new hobbies. Magic being one of those. I'm sure many of you saw guys like Moist Critical cracking packs of Pokemon cards, Logan Paul flexing his truly insane Pikachu Illustrator necklace, and the ludicrous money people were spending on sports cards and sneakers. Well, Magic cards are really not all that different than sneakers in this case. I would know because I'm addicted to both of them. As someone who's played Magic seriously for more than 10 years, I can personally attest to just how much more expensive the game has become since the beginning of the pandemic. And if you want evidence, I've got some fucking graphs for you. Black Lotus, one of the game's oldest and most expensive cards, has spiked to like $50,000. And Post Malone also bought a very rare one of those for 800 grand.
We can go look at Magic the Gathering cards.
What is the highest amount of money you ever paid for a Magic the Gathering card?
$800,000.
Even less rare but more often played cards like, say, Polluted Delta, an Eternal format staple in the game, jumped over 100% during the collectible surge. So you've got this world of collecting that's underwent this huge boom, and cards are selling for like 50 grand. But that's a far cry from over $2 million. This is where we enter the world of collaborations, one that you esports and gaming fans will be very familiar with. You see, much like sneakers and, well, actually esports orgs for that matter, Magic the Gathering has gone hard on collabs recently, much to the frustration of many of the game's most entrenched competitive players. Somewhere between the release of their newest digital platform, MTG Arena, the collectibles boom that I've been talking about during the pandemic, and the soaring popularity of one of the game's casual formats, Commander, Wizards of the Coast and their parent company Hasbro said, damn, if we collab with other popular games and IPs, we can basically print money. So now we have a Magic Dungeons & Dragons set, Street Fighter cards, Fortnite cards, the list goes on. And one of the latest in this long line of IP crossovers is Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, a full set of Magic cards set in the Lord of the Rings world. And before we go any further, I just want to make sure that everybody understands I am not being a hater. A lot of these collabs are really cool. Commander is definitely really cool. It's just, when you're collaborating with a new IP every week, it can be a little bit exhausting for an entrenched player like myself. Now, with the release of this new set, Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, came the One Ring.
Magic came to us with this one of one, the One Ring card. In my head, I was just thinking, yes, yeah, that makes sense, that tracks, that's obviously, yes.
We took the One Ring and we created a serialized one-of-one version. This is the only copy of the one-of-one ring that's ever going to exist.
And to translate that, what that means is that there is exactly one physical copy of that version of this card in the entire world, in one English collector booster pack. And that fact, combined with the pandemic boom, combined with the fact that people like me love this game, combined with the fact that it's the One Ring to rule them all, got people pretty stoked. My personal Twitter timeline was blowing up, and within hours of the announcement, vendors and collectors were offering hundreds of thousands of dollars for the card. Flash forward a couple weeks ago, and the card was found, open, and sold to Post Malone in what has to be one of the most wholesome moments in the history of Magic. And if you're wondering what someone does when they pull $2.6 million out of a random pack of Magic cards, well, the answer is equally wholesome. The dude that pulled it, Burke, posted a thread on Twitter explaining what he plans to do with the cash. And the bow on top of all of this is that the One Ring, not the fancy version that he opened, but the card itself that you can get in a regular booster pack, is one of the best cards in the entire game right now. It was the most popularly played card in the recent Pro Tour in Barcelona in the modern format. One of the most powerful in the entire game. So not only is this card making waves all over mainstream media, but much like the artifact that inspired it, it's pretty fucking broken.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit us up on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.